guys, welcome back to my channel. On today's episode, we are going to be talking about the 11th house and what it means for you and how that sort of ties into your audience and the people who support you. In today's video, we are going to be talking about the Earth 11th houses and what that sort of means for you. And if you didn't already know, the Earth signs are Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. So what is the 11th house? The 11th house is the house of people who support you. It is your fans. It is the type of audience that you attract. And from a business standpoint or a marketing standpoint, or if you're an entertainer, or if you're someone in the public eye and you have an audience, you have a business, things like that, and you have an audience to cater to, and you want to increase your sales, you want to get more clients, you want to get more followers, more subscribers, you want to be more learned, you want a promotion, then you need to look at your 11th house. Because your 11th house is going to show you the exact things and tools and steps that you need in order to cater to your audience and to succeed in a way. So, again, before I start, my videos are not for normal people. They are for people in the public eye who are entertainers, who are creators like I am. So if you're an actress, actor, if you're an influencer, if you're a YouTuber, if you're really creative, if you have a business, then that's what my astrology videos are most likely for. Though that's the type of audience that I'm really catering to. It's not for the normal everyday average person. These are my videos are for people who have an audience and cater to people and things like that. So if that sounds like you, then you'll most likely enjoy these videos. If not, definitely take this with a grain of salt, because again, if you have a normal average everyday life, then this really won't apply to you and you really won't need to use it, because you don't really have an audience. But if you do have an audience and you are catering to people, then these videos are going to be beneficial. All right, now that I got that out of the way, let's get to it. Let's get started. So if you have a Capricorn 11th house, then this means that when it comes to your fans, when it comes to the people who support you, when it comes to the audience that you attract and sort of your reputation and what you're known for and what people are asking from you, they really value your structure. They really value your insight on things. They really value the things that you have learned through your struggle and how you express that through others. So what do I mean? For example, let's say that you went through recently a really bad season of your life. And while the season was bad, you learned so many things about yourself and about life in general. And you've developed all of these skill sets and you've learned how to cope through that. And now it's now that you've gone through those things that were hard, that were super intense and harsh, you have all these skill sets, and it's other people want you to teach them how to do it. So with Capricorn on the 11th house, what people are asking for you, they're asking for your structure. They're asking for they just like how you do things. They like your order. They like your structure. They like your rules and things like that. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. And Saturn rules over things like hard work and discipline and structure. And so that is sort of what your audience, your fans, the people who support you, the people who are attracted to you, that is what they find in you, and that is what they're essentially looking for. So if you can tap into this, then you can maximize your audience, and you could also obtain wealth through your 11th house this way if you have a business or if you're even an influencer. This looks like the people who always have a solution to everything, and they post how-to tutorials. They talk about their advice, their experiences in life, how to help someone else, And another thing with Capricorn on the 11th house, people don't necessarily care to see you perfect. When you have Capricorn on your 11th house, people expect to see the nitty-gritty. They want to see your process. They want to see you progress. They don't want to only see a highlight reel. You know, they don't want to see this overly glamorized version of yourself. They don't want to see you perfect. People really respect the fact that people really respect your struggle. People really respect your journey. And if you've ever heard of the quote, it's not the destination, it's the journey. That is the definition of Capricorn on the 11th house. So, you know, showing your struggle, showing the moments in your life that were dark, you know, that is what will attract others to you. People admire your hard work, and they admire how you get things done. And they want to know the skill sets that you use to get there. So Capricorn on the 11th house is really interesting because while people do want you to succeed, while people are rooting you on, they really do appreciate and respect you for your hardships and your progress and your journey and things like that. Because Capricorn is sort of like a builder. It builds upon things, you know. Things aren't always as simple, as quick, as easy because there's treasure in the details with Capricorn on the 11th house. And so, for example, like if you are like a bodybuilder or something, if you're someone who's into fitness, don't necessarily record your highlight reel, like when everything is perfect, when your body is perfect. Like don't just do like a before and after. Maybe film the progress, show those moments where you wanted to quit, but you didn't. That is what's going to win people over. That is what's going to attract people to you and have people really admire you and even worship you, honestly. Because when you tap into what you already have, you're rewarded with more. Also, the people that you attract and your fans, your audience, and things like that, they might have a lot of Saturnian themes, meaning they might be like a mature audience. They might be typically older than you. Or on the flip side, they could be younger than you, but they most likely won't be like the same age as you. It'll probably be like an age group that is more mature or either younger than you. Because Saturn is the father. Saturn and the sister sign of Saturn, the sister sign of Capricorn is Cancer. And Cancer rules over the mother. So when you have Cancer and Capricorn, it's like the mother and the father. And so your audience could be super mature. Another thing with Capricorn 11th house is your audience also might like finance or things that have to do with security and building. Because again, Saturn rules over Capricorn. So a way that you can market to other people, you could attract others, you can tap into these subjects like building, security, building a foundation, finance, enjoying the progress, things like that. That is what people want from you. That is what people are really asking of you. That is what you could be known for. People see you as a sign, a token. They see you as a token of maturity and stability. And so they're asking, oh, how did you get like that? That's what they really admire about you. And if you're not that way right now, then get to work. No, I'm just kidding. If you're not that way right now, then you will be eventually. Because that is what people truly admire from Capricorn placements in general. They like the structure, the rules, the stability, the discipline, and things like that. A good example of the Capricorn sort of 11th house business model are those athletic YouTube channels where they have videos of someone filming their process of them trying to achieve like a weight loss goal, and it motivates you that way. Another example would be those Nike commercials that are super straight to the point. It shows you the process of, the athlete in the commercial. And, you're left feeling very inspired, because you see the hard work that the person has been through and gone through. And because of this, you want to buy the product. You want to purchase their course or whatever, or another example, those long TikTok videos that show the process of someone building something, doing something. That is very Capricorn. That is very Saturnian. And, when you implement this in your business, or if you're an influencer and you want to, or if you're anyone, and you want to attract a large audience, use this Saturnian sort of marketing, this sort of Capricorn, type of modeling when it comes to business to benefit you. Like, for example, if you're selling a product, maybe tell a story about how the product changed your life and how hard you worked to achieve something so you'd be able to get this product. That is how you win people over. You let them know, your trials and tribulations. You let them know the journey, the process of getting that thing. That is what works with this sort of 11th house. With Capricorn on the 11th house, people like to cheer you on. They like to see you succeed. They like to see, this is going to sound so sadistic, but they like to see your pain. They like to see you push through things. They like to cheer you on, They see you. It's very similar to a relationship between a football fan and the player. It's sort of disconnected, it's sort of detached, but they are still cheering that person on. It is very similar to, that Capricorn sort of energy. Also, being straightforward, people appreciate it when you are blunt and straight, and when you, I don't know why I'm stuttering all of a sudden. I have Saturn in Gemini. But anyways, people like it when you are blunt and straightforward, and they like it when you do exactly what you say you're going to do. It's not the spacey energy of Pisces, 11th house. It is not the flashy, I'm better than you vibe of a Leo, 11th house. Capricorn, 11th house is very much blunt, straightforward. This is what I did. This is what I've gone through, and this is how it's going to be, and this is what I'm trying to do, and this is what I'm trying to create. And if you want to join the ride, subscribe, something like that. They're very straightforward. So that is another way that you can attract people to you. If you have Taurus ruling over your 11th house, then that means that the world is asking for your beauty, your audience, your fans, the people who cheer you on, the people who cater to you, the people that you cater to, and etc., your audience, your fans, anything in between. They are looking for your beauty and your balance and your structure and your stability. Taurus is ruled by Venus. Venus is the sign of beauty, luxury, finance, money, and etc. And so when you have Taurus sort of ruling over your 11th house, your audience, they're going to most likely be Venus-ruled people. You might attract a lot of women, a lot of people who have female energy, feminine energy. You might attract people who, are just overall very feminine, or like girls, women, etc. You might attract a younger audience as well. Something about your audience is very beautiful. They might be into makeup. They might be into fashion. They might be into art. They might be into finance, because those are all things that are ruled by Venus. And so when it comes to the thing that your audience sort of wants from you, they want the things that are ruled by Venus. Like, they want beauty advice, they want beauty tips, they like fashion from you, they want finance tips from you, they want all of these things that are ruled by Venus. For example, a makeup brand would do really well with Taurus in the 11th house. But here's the thing, with Taurus, this is where Taurus is very different from Libra, because Libra is also ruled by Venus. Taurus is the more ethical, more nurturing, more wholesome version of Libra. Libra is more superficial. It is more detached from it all in a type of way. So think of like the supermodel Instagram model axis. When you think of a supermodel is very detached from everyone, very detached from the audience. But people still very much love the supermodel. As opposed to, the Instagram model where she has a giant fan base and people love her and they trust her, and she only promotes ethical brands and things that would never harm her followers. She's very much in control of everything, very harmonious. I'm not saying every Instagram model is like this, but that's an example. That's like the axis of Libra and Taurus. So whatever it is you're doing, it has to be wholesome and ethical, because that is what your audience is wanting from you. Not this sort of superficial, detached vibe that the Libra 11th house has, because, you know, the Libra 11th house is more of like, just take my money, you know, you're beautiful, you're perfect, you're aesthetic, whatever. You know, with Taurus, it's like not like that. It's very much ethical, very much wholesome. People want to know who you are. They want to know the basis of who you are, and they want to know who you are as a person. It's very much more personal, you know, it's more grounding. It's a little bit more stable. It's not as much attached as Libra, even though they're both ruled by Venus. It's just two different sides of Venus. So in your case, you know, this archetype, this version of Venus is more of like the Mother Nature vibe, the more wholesome vibe. The more wholesome and ethical that you are, the more people you will attract to yourself. Another type of archetype and aesthetic of Taurus 11th house is the luxurious vibe. Since Taurus is ruled over by Venus, we also know that Venus relates to fashion, beauty, things like that. But when it has a Taurus influence, there's a bit of a luxurious vibe here. There's a bit of an inclusive vibe. And so you could sort of use this to market yourself, because it's also what your audience is wanting from you, your exclusivity. A mixture of inclusivity and exclusivity. Like, for example, this can look like running, like, I don't know, a kombucha brand or something that specifically caters to vegan people. You know what I mean? It's like getting specific, making your, whatever you're putting out, your product, your brand, making it luxurious in some way, making it non-accessible or not available to just everyone. Because Taurus is also stubborn, and so this stubbornness can, you know, translate to your audience and your fans and what people want from you. They want to see you be, you know, sort of luxurious, sort of expensive. Expensive is like the perfect word for this. So, you know, if you have a Taurus 11th house, don't be afraid to hike up your prices, honestly. Don't be afraid to have expensive product, you know, really tap into the whole luxury thing, because that could also work for you as well. You could attract people who are luxurious, who are very much expensive, who do like to spend, who are rich, wealthy, etc., because all of those things are sort of Taurus energy. And finally, if you have a Virgo 11th house, then your audience, your fans, the people who, you know, support you, the people who you're trying to cater to, if you have Virgo here, this means that they're going to be very analytical. They're going to be very organized. They are going to be very health obsessed, sort of obsessive in a way, because Virgo, things that relate and correlate to Virgo are health, organization, balance, stability, cleanliness. So, you know, your audience, your fans, the people who support you, what they want from you, they're asking for your cleanliness. They're asking for your organization. They are asking for your balance. They are asking for anything that is healthy. Like, if you can tap into the health aspect of things, that is a huge plus. Virgo is also ruled by Mercury. And Mercury rules over things like learning and education and communication. So writing a book, being a podcast host, teaching someone something, using your voice, communicating, all of these things are going to be things that your audience is craving from you. Things that relate to Virgo are, again, health, wellness, cleanliness, organization, purity, things like that. So, you know, your audience, those are the things that they're sort of looking for. Like, they aren't looking for you to tell your story in a way that is gruesome, like maybe, I don't know, like maybe a Capricorn 11th house, like how they film their journey and their audiences love for them to be strong and they like to see the process. With Virgo here, your audience, they don't want that. They want you to be perfect. They want you to be aesthetically pleasing to the eyes. They want to hear your voice as soothing. You know, they want purity, you know. They want that type of purity vibe from you. They want to hear about health. They want to hear about things that can benefit them mentally and emotionally. They want to see you organize something. They want to see everything clean and nice and pretty. That is what, you know, the Virgo 11th house audience fan base, that is what they're asking of you. You can use Kim Kardashian as an example. She has a Virgo 10th house, but I feel like this information could be inspiring if you do have a Virgo 11th house. So her brand Skims is very much Virgo 10th house, but it also relates to the 11th house. So first of all, her brand is super organized. It's super aesthetic. It's not messy. It's not all over the place. And she uses very cool colors, very earthy tones kind of to lure her audience in and bring her audience in. As opposed to, I don't know, a makeup brand like Rude Cosmetics, where they use a lot of different colors. It's very flashy. It's very all over the place. It's, you know, very chaotic. So Virgo is not chaotic. Virgo is very organized. You embody a lot of the energy that I mentioned with Kim Kardashian. It's very balanced, very stabilized, very organized. You can look up her brand Skims to like see what I'm talking about. But yeah, like your audience, what they want from you, they want your cleanliness. They want you to teach them something to better themselves. They don't want your controversy or anything. I know since Virgo is ruled by Mercury, Mercury sort of does have that dichotomy thing going on. If you don't understand what I'm talking about, go watch my Gemini 11th house video, because Gemini is also ruled by Mercury. Maybe that could be beneficial actually. So once you're done watching this, head over to my Gemini 11th house, because you guys are both ruled by Mercury. So that could be inspiring somewhat, you know, just to know. But in general, Virgo is the other coin. It's the other side of Mercury. It's like, you know that one saying that goes, there's two sides to every coin. Well, with Virgo, the other side of Mercury is sort of like the opposite of the playfulness, the sort of mischievous, the sort of dichotomy type nature of the Mercury that is ruled by Gemini, if that makes any sense. So when it comes to Gemini and Mercury, Gemini energy is very playful. It's very mischievous. It's very chaotic. It likes drama, and it likes to challenge people intellectually. Well, with Virgo, with the Mercury that rules over Virgo, it's a lot more obsessive. It's a lot more specific. If you've ever seen the movie Black Swan with Natalie Portman, that is a really great example of the way that Mercury is expressed when it's ruled by Virgo. It's very obsessive. It pays attention to the details. It's not really that playful. When Mercury rules over Virgo, it's actually the opposite. It's the opposite of playful. It's like this constricted, playful energy where everything has to be sort of perfect. Everything has to be sort of organized. And it's obsessive in the way that a lot of Virgo placements get in their head. They overanalyze things. They obsess over the tiniest bit of details. And so when it comes to your 11th house and branding yourself and marketing yourself from like a business perspective, you're going to want to pay attention to the small details, because that's what your audience is going to appreciate from you. When you pay attention to the details, this can look like having very intimate, intricate packaging, editing your videos in a very specific way, editing your pictures in a very specific way, having a very specific style or branding or aesthetic when it comes to you know, your audience and what they like teaching in a certain way. It has to be very specific to you and very specific to your audience. You know, you sort of have to find your niche, and you sort of have to find something, you know, that you can do really well, and then you have to expand on that. Because Virgo is very intricate, very detail-oriented, and that's what your audience sort of wants from you. They like the details, they like the intimacy, you know, of your branding and things like that. All right, thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up and a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about this video. I'm actually super curious. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. You can follow me on Instagram and on TikTok. It's AstroHeavenXO. And I also do have ebooks on the link below, so you can check that out if you're interested. On my website, I have videos about the midheaven. Soon I'm going to release videos about the 11th house. But for now, the midheaven videos are on my website, and I have some about astrocartography, which is travel astrology. And I have some about how to find your soulmate with astrology, along with other blog posts that, you know, you might find interesting. So, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.